Well, welcome to the fall weather, and also welcome to a very full month of activities that are happening here in Greeley, along with the, as you know, many of you that have watched the show before, my favorite, Halloween. Might have a new favorite holiday that is coming up at the end of this month, and that is Day of the Dead, or otherwise known as Dia de los Muertos. And here to tell us more about the activities that will be happening here in Greeley and around the community on October 28th, we have a couple of probably well-known faces here in the community. One of them is Dr. Jeannie Canales, who is a social psychologist and also professor emerita of Hispanic Studies. Great to have you here, Jeannie.
Thank you.
And also a little farther to my left here is Jason Evenson, who is the cultural affairs and manager here at the City of Greeley. Great to have you, Jason.
Thank you, Amy.
It's always a pleasure. Are you looking scared? Are you scared because of the Dia de los Muertos that's coming up?
It's a little scary.
Yeah. Well, there's no reason to be scared. It's actually a great holiday that's been around for a while. And Jeannie, I think it probably makes a lot more sense for you to explain what this holiday is about and let folks know kind of what they can expect to see during that time.
Sure. Day of the Dead originated in Mexico thousands of years ago. In ancient Mexico, the Olmec, the Toltec, the Maya, the Azteca commemorated the memory of their beloved deceased ones. They had processions, they had altars, and over time in the Americas, after the Spanish conquest of the Azteca Empire, the tradition continued, but contemporary Mexicans celebrate it by having altars that are dedicated to a deceased loved one, sugar skull candies, papel picado, otherwise known as punched paper with images of skeletons engaged in everyday life activities. Altars are also adorned with the flower of the holiday, the marigold. And the monarch butterfly is an important symbol of the holiday. The belief is that the spirits of those we loved who have died return to us through the monarch butterflies. And other activities include making so-called pan de muerto, which is bread of the dead, and the sugar skull candies, and places are set at the tables, a place setting for those who have passed on. The belief is that they join us on that day. After the Spanish conquest, the Spaniards tried to integrate Christianity into the indigenous beliefs and religious systems. And so the holiday, the celebration became held and is held now on the Catholic holidays, religious holidays, November 1st, All Saints' Day, and November 2nd, All Souls' Day. And actually October 31st, not Halloween in this context, is reserved for celebrating the lives of those who have died before their time through accidents or illness.
All right. So here in Greeley, we'll be celebrating the Day of the Dead on October 28th, and there'll be all kinds of activities that will be happening. I think I'll jump over to you, Jason, to talk about one of the activities or events that will be happening here at the Toynton Gallery where we are today. The exhibit isn't up yet, but it is coming.
It is indeed. So we're very excited. We'll be opening a Day of the Dead exhibit here in the Toynton Gallery on Friday the 13th of October, and it'll run all the way until its closing reception and the celebration kickoff for our community's celebration of the Day of the Dead on October 28th. That's a Saturday.
Right, and that's Saturday from 4 to 5:30, it looks like, my little cheat sheet here.
Exactly.
So it's a great chance for people to come in. And those altars, I did a little bit of research before this. Those altars are very interesting because they have everything from pictures of loved ones or friends to food. I noticed there was a lot of food in that. So I'm sure those will be very interesting for folks to stop by and look at. There's some other events that will be happening throughout the community. One of those is a dance that will be held at the Rodarte Center on the 28th as well, that evening at 6 p.m. And Jeannie, I just was kind of checking to see if you knew of any other activities or if we just need to let folks know they need to go and look at the website and find out more.
This is an exciting event because it's the first effort to have a citywide celebration of Dia de los Muertos. And although for the Greeley Creative District and our Dia de los Muertos committee, the big day is the 28th in the evening. We want the entire city to celebrate in small ways, large ways, from creating a drink at restaurants dedicated to Dia de los Muertos to dressing in skeleton attire. And speaking of skeletons, skeleton art is very much a part of the holiday. And one of the most famous iconic symbols of the day is La Catrina, a skull, a female skeleton dressed in fancy attire with a fancy hat, and it is the artwork of the famous Guadalupe Posada. And La Catrina is very often a character that people will dress like for the day's events.
So we can expect to see her and some other schools and others around. So make sure that you check out the Greeley Creative District website and also Facebook for more information. As things progress, I'm sure throughout the month of October, we'll just have more and more activities and events that will be happening there. Jason and Jeannie, thank you so much for being here today. Appreciate both your times.
Thank you.
All right, so make sure that you get ready for this awesome event that is coming. Make sure that you celebrate that Mexican history and your friends and loved ones with Day of the Dead.